Hello, everybody, and welcome back to HST Divination Readings. Today's video is going to be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius reading, and it's going to be a Halloween special. So it's going to be kind of like I don't know how to explain it. It's just going to be a reading. I am creating a Halloween special for this reading. I don't have anything like super spooky planned, but yeah, I'm just going to do a reading and let's wing it and see where we go with this. Okay, so first of all, we have to cleanse the cards, the energy, and the space so that we can ensure that the cards are cleansed, right? Obviously. Please remember that this reading is for entertainment purposes only. It may or may not resonate. Only take what resonates and leave the rest for another person to claim. With that being said, I also want to let everybody know on my profile, I have a link to my Ko-Fi. And it has readings available on there. If you want, you could also become a member and get access to divination creation workshops and other types of divination workshops. Some of the memberships include a monthly tarot reading. Some of the memberships some include one monthly tarot reading, some include every 3 months, and then one doesn't include anything, and it's no tarot readings anyways. It's $5 and you still get access to a lot of the other stuff that the other members do. Some of the other members just get higher discounts or access to certain types of divination workshops and that. Okay, so if that's something you're interested, great. If not, that's okay too. And if you just want to purchase a reading, they are on for sale for 66% off, already marked down from 50% off. So honestly, they're super, super, super cheap. I think an hour tarot reading is like $25 or something. So like a 15-minute one is not very much at all. Okay, so I think I got 15, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour. I might have 45 minutes. I can't remember. But if you've ever purchased a reading from me, you also know I have a tendency of going over those time frames anyways. So yeah, anyways, all right. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Halloween special. I know it's a little early, but I am kind of busy that day. So yes, let's get into this here. I'm just trying to light the sage. I do apologize. I am trying to get this to burn. All right. Anything else that I can remember? Oh yeah, all the readings are on sale until November 1st. And then honestly, I don't know when I'm going to be doing another discount. I might do one for Black Friday, but I'm not going to guarantee anything. Okay, so just so everybody is aware. And yes, all right, we have the sage kind of lit here. So let's see if we can get it to actually burn properly now. Okay, so cleanse the cards, the energy in the space. Cleanse the cards, the energy in the space. Cleanse cards, the energy in the space. Cleanse my energy in space. Spirit guide, guardian angels, ancestors, I ask for you to join me today in this reading for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius for a Halloween special. So what do we want to know? All right, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So starting with the sign of Aries, let's see, what is the information for Aries for our Halloween special? What do they need to know? What do they need to see? What do they need to hear? What do they need to know? What do they need to see? What do they need to hear? Is there any kind of spiritual communication for any of them? Is there any messages that some of them need to hear? I'm just curious. I know it's a collective, but is there any messages for any Aries that needs to hear any kind of specific message here? Any kind of specific message here, please? Any kind of specific message? I just saw like a ghost on a string, like, you know, like those animatronic things. Yeah, I kind of saw one of those. Like, okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles, okay? The Three of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Cups, okay? So the Two of Pentacles is showing me balance. The Three of Cups in reverse is showing me a lack of community. And then the Queen of Cups is like emotional, holding your own. Okay. So I do see some of you finding balance in yourself, even though you may feel like you have a lack of community with the Queen of Cups, showing that you are emotionally supported. And I keep getting this weird, like, side message here that somebody may, even though they may feel alone, they're not alone, and know that their ancestors are supporting them and they are there for them, cheering them on. Okay. So let's get a clarification here on that Two of Pentacles. What is there more information on that Two of Pentacles? What is more information here on that Two of Pentacles, please? Okay. Two of Pentacles. Okay, so for the Two of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Cups in reverse, the High Priestess, and then the Five of Swords in reverse. So for some of you, you may feel balanced. However, you may not feel you may feel balanced in other aspects of your life, but currently emotionally you're unbalanced. Okay, with the High Priestess, that is telling me that there is some kind of either higher level of commitment, or there is somebody trying to reach out to you. Okay, with the Five of Swords in reverse, if you open your mind, you'll be able to hear them, or that's going to be a dream interpretation for some of you. Some of you, somebody's trying to reach out to you in a dream because they have a message to tell you. Okay, I don't know what the message is, but they have a message. So what is the Three of Cups in reverse for that community? What is the information they need to know? What is it they need to see? What is it they need to hear? What is that clarification, please? All right, so you have the Emperor. Okay, so that was lack of community, and there's an Emperor with the Four of Wands in reverse and the Page of Pentacles. So, Aries, you are the Emperor technically, okay? So even though you may feel a lack of community, you are standing on your own with the Four of Wands in reverse. I do see a willingness to kind of like settle down and start building something here. You want to build something. So you may, some of you, I'm getting like this vision of no longer wanting to be like this single Pringle, and you want to build something that's actually like stable. Okay. Next, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. And that also, for some reason, I'm also getting for some of you, not all of you, you're being shown in dreams and in guidances how you can achieve this, because you're not alone. So some of you may need to start keeping a dream journal and writing down whatever it is you remember. Some of you, I see you getting a little bit into divination, but not like public wise, but like for personal wise, you kind of want to learn some stuff. Okay. With the Queen of Cups, I see these emotional kind of, stability, and I heard possible emotional intelligence with growth. Okay. You have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So this is also telling me currently you may not have any passions that you dream of. And with the Five of Wands in reverse, you may feel a little bit of lack of building on your own. And the Sun card in reverse is you really don't know what direction you're going, but you're willing to take the path. Okay. I am seeing quite a bit for some of you to just really keep telling me to pay attention to your dreams. Okay. So let's find out more information here. What is it in Aries dreams that you're trying to express? Okay. What is it in their dreams that you're trying to express here? What is it in their dreams you're trying to express? What is it in their dreams you're trying to express to some Aries? Okay. So Aries, you have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, the Seven of Cups in reverse, and the Ten of Wands. Okay. So what I'm seeing for some of you, they are trying to express that stability doesn't just rely on you. Okay. You have to build your own stability, but you need to be willing to connect with others to help gain that stability. The Seven of Cups in reverse, I'm seeing that for some of you, it's okay to feel emotional and feel those feelings. Some of you, I see trauma. So some of you need to really get into those feelings before you can release them. And the Ten of Wands, I do see you leaving. Some of you are moving even to somewhere else, and it's not like you're escaping, it's you're moving towards your passions, okay? All right. What else does Aries need to know if there's any kind of spiritual guidance here? What does Aries have for spiritual guidance, please? What does Aries have for spiritual guidance, please? What does Aries have for spiritual guidance, please? Okay. So for spiritual guidance, you have the King of Wands. Now, some of you may have a lion. Some of you may have a King of Wands energy. That could be a relative, ancestor, very well Aries, Leo, Sagittarius type energy. Then you have the Hangman in reverse. So it could be somebody that is very outspoken. Okay. I see outspoken kind of for you for spiritual guidance, somebody that's outspoken. And then the Nine of Swords is somebody that isn't afraid to speak, that may upset you when they do speak. So for some of you, your spiritual guidance is definitely somebody who is not afraid to tell you how it is and how they feel. And also, I'm seeing signs, okay, with that dove. I'm seeing some of them might try to show you signs, okay, so that you can actually see when they're present with you. Okay, so that was the dreams, the spiritual guidance, and how can Aries connect? Okay, so we have dreams, spiritual guidance, and then how can they connect? Okay. So Aries, we had the, what does Aries need to know? What do they need to see? What do they need to hear? Then we had, okay, a clarification of that. And then we had the, what is in their dreams? And then we had the, what is their spiritual guidance? And then now we are working on the, what are the, what is it? Signs, how they connect with their person. What, how can they connect with their person that they are trying to be guided by, or that are trying to guide them? Okay, trying to guide them. So let's see what that's about. Okay, so how can Aries connect with the person that's trying to guide them? How can Aries connect to the person that's trying to guide them, besides like dreams, obviously? Okay, so the Ten of Swords in reverse, the Seven of Wands in reverse, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, so what I'm seeing for some of you, it's going beyond the mental. Okay, holding into that mental thought. Okay, maybe it's I'm seeking guidance. Okay, it's funny because this is normally like my inner peace meditation, so I do see some of you maybe needing to like meditate, but I see it more as some of you just need to clear your mind and all the chaos around you. And then Knight of Cups is having that emotion, being emotionally available and open and ready to receive messages. Okay. Some of you may have to use a form of divination. That just depends on who you are and what you're comfortable with. Okay. Not everybody is comfortable with that. Some of you, I just heard music. Okay. So some of you may also hear some kind of music or something like that. Okay. Next, we have the Leos. So Leos, what do we have for the Leos, please? What do they need to know? What do they need to see? Any of the Leos have somebody from the beyond trying to send them a message? What does Leo need to know? What do they need to see? What are they trying to hear from the beyond? What is their message? What does the Leos need to know? What do they need to see? What are they trying to hear beyond? What is their message for the Leos, please? Okay, Leos, you have the Four of Cups, the Hermit in reverse, and the Ten of Cups. So Leos, I see many of you not paying attention to the light in the situation. Okay. Some of you have made up your mind about something. And then the 10 of cups, it's interesting because it does jump to the 4 to the 10. So maybe some of you see a completion of something because you have decided your final say. Some of you may be willing to work on something to fix a connection, but some of you, I see you actually completing that connection and walking away. Okay. So what is the clarification for the 4 of cups, please? What is the clarification for the 4 of cups, please? Okay. So Leo, for the 4 of cups, you have the 4 of swords. So some of you need to look within. The 6 of cups, some of you need to remember good times. And the 8 of swords is reminding you that you're the only one blocking you from success. Okay. So I'm seeing that some of you may have had a partner that was very negative, or you've had other people around you that were very negatory to you. Okay, Leo. So it caused a little bit of a conflict for you. My heart hurts a little bit. So some of you may have even lost someone recently in a connection, or physically lost that person from this realm. And I also see for some of you, this is an encouragement to not focus so much on the negative. Look within, remember the good times, and remember you're the only person holding you back now, right? So I know that sounds sad, but like it's not meant to be sad, but I feel somebody may have passed because your heart hurts, or they had passed from a heart attack or something, or something to do with the heart, unfortunately. Okay. And if that is you, I do hope that you find peace with that at some point. Healing takes time though. Okay. With the Hermit in reverse, I do see that whole, you kind of made up your mind, or you're leaving that introspective period, or you're at least done grieving over something, if that's the clarification that resembles with that. So what is it for the Hermit in reverse that they need to know, please? Okay. Hermit, you have the Hierophant in reverse, the Ace of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. So for some of you, I'm seeing that it is okay to move forward, okay, at some point in a relationship or another connection. It might not necessarily be a relationship, but it might be some kind of like friendship type connection, if that first part resonated that I explained, okay? With the Hierophant in reverse, this is saying that you are not, some of you are widowed, okay? Some of you are not seeing the highest form of yourself, or you're not connecting with your higher self, okay? Some of you are a little bit of lack of passion right now with that Ace of Wands in reverse. And with that Knight of Cups, you could also be a little bit of a lack of just self-love. Some of you might not be taking care of yourself is another thing I'm seeing. And somebody is trying to connect with you, but they cannot connect with you because you're not open to let you know that you need to take care of yourself, okay? Because you're still here, and you have to keep living, okay? Now, this is a really heavy one. Sorry, Leo. Okay, so that 10 of Cups. Obviously, some of you, it would be completion if somebody is no longer here with you. But let's find out what the clarification is, please. What is the clarification, please? What is the clarification? Okay, so you have the 10 of Cups. So that is completion. With the 8 of Cups in reverse, I do see you having kind of a crash out emotionally with yourself, especially with the Queen of Cups supporting that. Queen of Cups in reverse, and the Page of Pentacles in reverse is a little bit of lack of ability to build, okay? So unstable. Right now I'm seeing a little bit of instability. Obviously, if you've just lost somebody, you're going to be a little bit unstable, and that's understandable, okay? So if there's somebody in spirit trying to reach out to Leo in their dreams, okay, because, you know, dreams is a very common form of communication. What is they trying to express in the dreams, okay? What are they trying to express here? What do the Leos need to hear about their dreams? Okay. So, Leo, about your dreams, Justice, Magician, and High Priestess. So, this is interesting. In your dream, somebody, they may be a Leo, So this is going to be an overall reference. So like, bear with me. It might not resonate. It might with some of you. They could sorry, not a Leo. Well, they could be a Leo too, but you're a Leo. Libra, Gemini, Virgo, and I'm going to say Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here, but Taurus possibly, right? But I'm going to say Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in this instance, okay? So Virgo is hit twice. So if you do have Virgo that you've lost, there's definitely something in this for you, quite possibly anyways. So what I'm seeing for your dreams is you may be seeking, there might be like a dream about justice being served, okay? Or seeing that person in your dream is like a sense of justice, okay? The Magician, I do see some of you having very like overwhelming, vivid dreams, okay? Some of you, but may not remember them when you wake up because the Magician, right? It's like manifesting your dreams and your desires and that. But I also see not all of you remembering. Some of you will remember with that High Priestess, but they might be like jumbled up messages is kind of what I'm getting. So like if you're seeing a loved one and you're getting these messages, but it's jumbled, it's kind of like an injustice to you. Write everything down, because I believe for some of you there is actually a message, but it might be broken up, and it might be them trying to tell you that they're okay, but they also are trying to guide you on what you can do next to support your highest self, okay? All right, well, that was interesting. So what do we have next here? We have what is their spiritual guidance? Okay, so what is the spiritual guidance for these Leos? What is the spiritual guidance for the Leos, please? What is the spiritual guidance for the Leos, please? What is the spiritual guidance for the Leos, please? Okay, spiritual guidance. You have the Six of Wands in reverse, the Nine of Cups in reverse, and the Ten of Swords in reverse. So for Leos, for some of you, your spiritual guidance is telling you to look within. Okay, I do see a lot of look within in this situation. So the Six of Wands for your spiritual guidance is definitely a look within and reflection. I see that some of you may be feeling really down and out. So I'm going to take this as this is currently how you're feeling, right? And if you were to listen to some spiritual guidance in dreams, there might be signs and synchronicities, okay? I just saw dishes break for some of you. And for some reason, I'm getting a count how many dishes. And there's like a numerology angel number kind of message. If you've had like things break in the last like month, between like now and the end of the year, if you keep having things break, there might be something in the message for you. I'm also seeing 5, 8, 9 as a message. And then if you add 5 and 8, that's 13 plus 9 is 22, I believe. So that's a master number. So there's something there. But then you have 6, 9, and 10. So that's 19, 21, 22. 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So that's 7. So you got 227 as well as a master number, or like as an angel number, and 722, which is weird because I didn't even get this for anybody else, but clearly there's might also be angel wings, angel birds, something to do with flying might also support you here, okay? So that's just something. Some of you, I'm seeing angel cards. Some of you may have angel cards that you like to use. And they're saying pick up the cards and use them more. Okay, and that's one way to find out some spiritual guidance if they are feeling some type of way about a loss of a person, okay? Another thing is, how can you connect to the person, that they're trying to be guided by? How can they connect to a person? How can they connect to a person? Okay. I am tasting like French toast. If that resonates with anybody, I don't know if you're eating French toast or what, but I'm tasting French toast. Maybe that's somebody's favorite thing. I am tasting French toast right now. So If that resonates with you, that's something for you. Okay, so the Six of Swords in reverse is like no real new direction normally, right? The Nine of Pentacles would be like in reverse would be needing to work on yourself, stability. And then the Six is the Lovers, okay? So for some of you, this is kind of a weird one, and I'm how you can connect to your person. So paying attention, not like walking away or mentally escaping, paying attention. There's some kind of signs in that. Obviously, somebody's trying to show you. So it's saying pay attention. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse is I'm seeing you needing to ground yourself, which is different, but it is a need to ground yourself, okay? Grounding yourself will help you see messages that you may be missing. And then the Lovers. Some of you may get guidance from a Gemini or maybe seeking guidance from a Gemini. Hello, I'm also a Gemini, but that's besides the point. But some of you may be connecting with a Gemini. Maybe you have Gemini strong in your chart. Maybe your lover was a Gemini, or maybe you're just searching for answers, and that's finding mental clarity. Grounding yourself could give you the answers that you seek in love is also like another thing I'm kind of getting for some reason. It's kind of mixed. So that's all I have for you, Leo. Sagittarius. What do we have for Sagittarius? Okay. So what does Sagittarius need to know? What do they need to see? What do they need to hear? What is their spiritual kind of message for them? What is Sagittarius? What is their spiritual message for Sagittarius? What is their spiritual message for Sagittarius, please? Okay. Sagittarius. You have the Four of Pentacles in reverse, the Moon in reverse, and the Ten of Wands in reverse. So Sagittarius, what I'm seeing here for you is you are seeking, you're giving too much is kind of what I'm getting. You're being too much, but it's not like you're being too much. I see it as you're giving too much stability to people that don't need it. Okay. You're not focusing on your own stability. And I see that causing issues for you, whether that's financially, mentally, literally, housing for people. The Pisces the Pisces. I mean, the Moon in reverse, it could represent Pisces. It could be the Moon. Sometimes it could even be Scorpio. That may resonate with you if it's somebody that you know, maybe you're trying to reach. It's saying that it is time to leave that introspective. I also heard, what is it called? Introvert. Trying to leave that introvert activity and no longer just like hiding out from things. Okay. You're not, it's time for you to face the music is another thing I'm hearing, which is kind of funny. So like with the Ten of Wands in reverse, I see you not walking away, but standing your ground in some kind of situation. Okay. Let's get that clarification to see what else we can find, because that might not resonate with everybody. So what is that Four of Pentacles, please? Okay, so the Four of Pentacles is the Ten of Swords in reverse, the Knight of Cups in reverse, and the Ace of Wands. So what I'm seeing here is you're giving too much. You're going to verbally stand your ground here, or you need to. You may feel a little bit emotionally manipulated by somebody, but it's time to stand in that fire of passion to speak your truth, okay? Next, we have, what is the Moon in reverse clarified, please? What is the Moon in the reverse clarified, please? What is the Moon in reverse clarified, please, for Sagittarius? Okay, the Moon in reverse is the Four of Swords in reverse, the Nine of Cups, and the Five of Swords in reverse. So this is saying that it is, once again, like you're leaving the illusions behind. You're leaving that like mental fogginess is also what I'm getting. You're emotionally understanding the situation, and you're no longer listening to lies and manipulation around you with that Five of Swords in reverse, okay? And that Nine of Cups to the Five of Swords, definitely a standing your ground in emotions and not listening to the manipulations around you, okay? With the Ten of Wands in reverse, what is the clarification, please, for our Sagittarius friends, please? With the Ten of Wands in reverse, what is the clarification, please, for our Sagittarius friends, please? With the Ten of Wands in reverse, what is the clarification, please, for our Sagittarius friends? Okay, so you have the High Priestess in reverse, the Four of Cups in reverse, and the Four of Wands. So kind of standing your ground and being fiery and passionate, right? The High Priestess, you are definitely missing some kind of communication here, whether it's from your higher self or from somebody else beyond, since this is kind of like a spiritual, somebody may be trying to speak to you, okay? This is saying for you to see the light of the situations, okay? Some of you may also, I'm seeing meditation, somebody's like cross-legged meditating because they need to connect to something. I just heard Akishi records. I'm so sorry. I can never say that word. Some of you need to connect to that because there's something in there that will guide you about standing in your ground and standing in your truth and into the light versus being pessimistic, okay? With the Four of Wands, I also see this freedom. You'll feel a sense of freedom when you finally find that connection that you're looking for within yourself, okay? You're standing up for yourself, but I also see you finding some kind of strength in yourself from this, okay? So what are the dreams, okay? What is it in their dreams that they have, okay? What is it that their dreams may be trying to tell them, if somebody's trying to connect to them, or whether it's just their own dreams, their higher self, trying to connect to Sagittarius? What is in their dreams that they need to know? What is it in their dreams? What are the messages from their dreams? What is it in their dreams? That's fine messages, whatever is showing here, okay? So for dreams, we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the Three of Pentacles, and then the Wheel in reverse. So for dreams, I see that some of you may not be, I just heard remembering. So some of you may not be remembering your dreams, okay? They might also be like jumpy. Some of you may be jumping. So you may have like a dream and then it will like jump to a different dream. And then it will jump back to the original dream, or it'll be like kind of weird. And they're saying when you wake up, try to remember as much as you can from your dreams and see if you can connect the jumping dreams if you can, okay? Because this is scattered energy, but I see you being able to building this up to get the message that you need. And you'll have to take pause with the Wheel in reverse to really hone in to understand them, okay? You may have to learn if you're actually interested in learning, okay? So what is the next question? And that is the what is their spiritual guidance? Okay, all right. So what is their spiritual guidance? And you know, what is their spiritual guidance? And what is their spiritual guidance? What is their spiritual guidance? What is Sagittarius' spiritual guidance? What is their spiritual guidance? What is their spiritual guidance? What is their spiritual guidance for Sagittarius, please? What is their spiritual guidance? Okay, so you have the Nine of Wands in reverse, the Sun in reverse, and the Page of Wands. So your spiritual guidance, I do see, some of you may be very dependent on a spiritual guidance, okay? And they're kind of giving you this, you sometimes need to figure out things on your own, okay? And then the Sun in reverse and the Page of Wands. So the Nine of Wands in reverse is telling me like some of you may need to seek advice from others besides your spiritual guidance. Some of you may need to look at yourself, okay? My heart hurts again. So some of you may also feel. For some reason, I'm seeing feel. So some of you need to feel what it is that you need guided on before you seek guidance, okay? Get into those feelings. With the Sun in reverse, some of you may not seek guidance. So like, I'm seeing like gods and deities. So some of you may actually be looking more on the darker side of things, because there's a dark side of you that you need to go through to kind of feel this independence energy. Not saying like it's a negative thing, but I'm seeing like the energy of like Lilith or Hades or I don't know, because Lilith isn't really dark energy to me, but like Lilith, Hades, like a Medusa energy, whatever you believe in, whatever god, goddess, deity represents the darkness to you. You may seek a little bit of information from them, but don't fall into the darkness. Kind of utilize it to help you, or you may need to find, if you're using tarot, you may need to find a dark deck, okay? And a dark deck is the one that kind of radiates a little bit of darker energy off of it, or an oracle card deck. And they are normally like healing decks, a dark deck, depending on the person. Like for me, some people may think a dark deck is not a dark deck to me, but some are very dark decks to me. And a dark deck is just more of like a healing energy. The cards may be a little bit triggering. They may cause a little bit of like, awing you. If you're into tarot, that's what it's telling you to do, okay? And then you will feel this kind of like overcoming all adversaries kind of energy. So next we have the how do you connect with the person or whoever it is you want to connect with, spiritual guidance, whatever, past loved one, a spirit, whatever, genie, God, I don't know. Whoever Sagittarius is looking to connect with, how do they connect, okay? Ace of Swords, a little bit of communication. The Eight of Cups, not having too much emotional strength into it. And the High Priest, the Hierophant, is showing me, I'm seeing more like a meditation, bringing yourself into the light, because you want to guide yourself with light, protect yourself with light while you're doing this. Even if you're speaking, trying to find the dark sides of you that you need to heal, it's always best to surround yourself with light. Not be so emotional when you're going into it, and then maybe speaking it out a little bit, out your intentions and that, so you can remind yourself your intentions. Some of you may want another person with you that isn't very emotionally, that knows how to shut off the emotional attunement, that can guide you and help you, is another thing. Like a personal in the physical realm, not just like the spiritual realm, but a physical realm. For some of you, not all of you, but that will resonate with like a fraction of you, okay? So if that resonates, great. If not, leave it for another person to claim. That's all I have for all of you. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you always. Happy Halloween. Enjoy the spooky season. And I will see you again very, 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 very soon. Goodbye.